I've tried to make this video about 7 times, and each time I tried to upload it, I have had a copyright notice from whatever the Ludwig people are, the clip people that do the clips. It seems as though I'm getting copyright strike for using clips, so I'm just going to talk about what I feel with the Ludwig Mang0 situation. I don't know if you guys recall the aspect of what Ludwig is. Ludwig hosts Burial Cart. Ludwig is a very popular streamer, one of the biggest streamers on the planet, maybe even the biggest streamer on the planet, who knows? But Ludwig makes a lot of stuff. Now, I want to bring up another issue that I have in general. This is Minx, Justaminx. You don't hear much about Justaminx anymore. As a matter of fact, it's been quite some time since Justaminx has done a collaborated with Cutie Cinderella or anything of that variety. And I don't like talking about the actual drama of this, but this is very important to get to my point. So she's no longer anywhere. She's just doing her own stuff. She's no longer doing stuff with J Schlatt. She's just gone. She's not with Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella just a mix situation 2 years ago. They've completely axed her from the group and no longer associate with her. She does her own stuff. I'm sure. I don't want to kind of get me. So I haven't seen her in a year. She still streams on Twitch. She still is on Twitch. You can see her streaming on Twitch actively. She still is there. Pretty sure she still does regular streams. She streamed last month, recent broadcast last month. So she has her eczema is back. So by all means, I'm pretty sure she's still making money by doing the streaming content and that variety. But the recent situation with Mang0 shows that they don't care if the person is drunk. They don't care about the aspect of drinking. They love having fun of being drunk, and being drunk is a fun thing to do, especially if you can drink responsibly, which is a stupid statement in its general statement. They even state multiple times, well, Mang0's an alcoholic, and he's drunken much more. He's been way worse than just humping heads, so he's done worse things, is what I've heard. Because during the clips that I was going to show, they talk about how Mang0 was 10 times worse before, how he was at a 0.25, I believe, with his blood alcohol content, when the legal limit to drive is only 0.08. It's a whole thing. It's like an entire mess up diaspora. And Ludwig, I want to put his face on screen so we can actually look at the person that I'm talking about while I speak about him. Ludwig, you sir, you right here, you man, you human. I do not think you are a bad person. I think you are a business-oriented person. I think you care about the business of what you run. I think you care about making sure that everybody around you is safe. I think you care about running fun events. I think you want to make sure that you don't get canceled or in trouble for just existing and having a fun time. I know that you can't keep up with every small bit of drama that goes on within your life, but I also know that you don't consider these people your friends. I know that you don't consider these people close to you your friends. I want to look at you again. I apologize. I know you don't consider these people to be in any way, shape, or form your actual compatriots, people that you would actually go out of your way for. I'm 100% positive that you would not bring Mang0 back on stream because of the incident. He has been dropped by his esports organization, probably in a financial move based on Cloud9, based on what they get from him, which is basically nothing because the smash scene is actually very low. But Mang0 was getting into the upper echelon of getting closer into the Ludwig crew, but he is an alcoholic and he went a bit too far upon humping heads and being generally a nuisance and actively harassing people in a very provocative manner. I am aware of that. I see that. However, Ludwig, you knew of his behavior. You knew this. You already knew how he was. You knew how he operated. You knew what he was in general. You knew what he was doing. So same way everybody knew about Justaminx. Same way Cutie Cinderella knew about Justaminx and her drinking habits. It has happened multiple times before. You are aware of how she is. You are aware of how Mang0 is. And when somebody doesn't fit your criteria or critique, you push them and ask them out. You don't advocate to seek them help. You don't even try to defend them. You just say, oh yeah, you defend them before someone calls them out. You say, oh, he's always this. Oh, she always does this. It's disgusting to have this be the norm, is what I'm saying. It's disgusting to have this be the regular thing that you do all the time, is what I'm saying. It's annoying to have this happen multiple times because this is the situation that's happened once before, but this time with a different sex, a different gender. This is what's happening. It happened with a woman before, now it's happening with a man. Difference being is simply, fourth, you're being called out for it. You're being actively called out for it. And now everybody is saying, oh man, how could Ludwig let this happen? How could you let this happen? I don't think you let this happen, Ludwig. I don't think this was a regular thing you wanted to happen. I don't think you want your situations or events to actually be bad. I don't think you want people to actually be uncomfortable at your events. I don't think for any stretch of the word that you want people to be ruined at the events. I'm 100% positive that you yourself care about the longevity of your business because you are responsible for a lot of people's livelihoods. So you're doing everything to make sure everything is squeaky clean. And I respect that. I do. It's very important. But do you have any friends? Genuinely, do you have any people that you don't consider business compatriots? Do you have people outside of the Twitch diaspora, the Twitch sphere, this Twitch ethos that are actually your friends? I don't know. If everything feels fake, all of it feels fake. You have become corporate and it feels disgusting. It doesn't feel as though I'm speaking to a genuine person anymore. And that's what it's feeling with everything, because as soon as somebody doesn't fit into the status quo criteria, you get rid of them. You know what happens? One of my friends has a bit of a drunken spill and they end up making people uncomfortable. I make them apologize and I still hang out with the person. It's because I want them to do better, because I don't have any financial incentive to lose or gain here. I don't, because I care about the growth of people. Note that I am some random, worthless, minuscule faction of YouTube. I don't matter at all. I don't. I have 1/20th of your entire audience. I have 1/20th of your entire audience. Maybe even less. I have nothing compared to you. I don't. I have nothing even close. I have 100,000 subscribers, and that is just dust in the wind compared to the grand scheme of what you operate on a grand scale. And I've been thinking and mugging over this, and I've been thinking about the copyright strikes I got when I tried to actually add context to this video so it'd actually be a better video, but I'm just gonna vent because I'm angry. Ludwig, I think you host amazing work. I think you're funny. I think that you are good looking. I enjoy everything you've put out. I enjoy the way you act like you don't have money when you actively do have money. I enjoy how you are the livelihood of people. I enjoy that you are consistent with content. And even if you're feeling bad, I'm pretty sure you don't take breaks. You suck it up and continue to do it. I enjoy the events you host. I enjoy the esports league that you hosted with the Moist Esports. I enjoy the game show you did with Moist Critical. I enjoy all of it, every single piece of it. I enjoy how you collaborate with RDC. I enjoy the anger you display. I enjoy the aspect of how you clickbait titles and videos. I enjoy how you've set a standard for how the streaming industry could go on. But just because I enjoy all these amazing aspects of what you are does not mean that you are immune to critique. You should value your friends. You should value the people closest to you. You should value people that you want at your events. You should call people out when they do something disgusting, not because people outside of your friend group are calling it out and people have an issue with it, but because you yourself recognize an issue. You are excusing bad behavior, and that's what you did for quite some time. And now, because you didn't pull him to the side and tell him not to do it, or at least limit his alcohol consumption because you wanted a better event and you wanted people to get drunk around you, you have now ruined Mang0's life by not giving him a previous intervention before, because it is said by people around you, and also this is a shout out to the people around him that have seen Mang0 10 times worse. 10 times worse. Those people are also at fault. The people that called him out, the Valkyrie, the people of that variety, I'm proud of you. Senna and all those people, whoever was at the event, I'm proud of you for calling it out and actually stating that he was being a nuisance and he was being provocative and making people uncomfortable. That's great. That's great. Very frat boy behavior going on. I'm happy that it's getting snuffed out and not being tolerated. That is outstanding and that is great. But it's going on for far too long. It is going on for far too long. All I heard was excuses during the entire live stream because I saw clips and I said maybe I'm missing some context. So I watched and sat through the entire live stream because I didn't want to mix context, because I refuse to be a headline reader. That's disgusting and I hate that. But I saw the entire thing, and during the entire event, I didn't see Ludwig even talk about it. He was concerned about other aspects of what was going on. Not like you were paying attention to chat. Not like you were doing that. You were paying attention to your friends. You saw your friends were uncomfortable with Mang0. And I've seen a lot of people say, well, if the girls were uncomfortable, they should have gotten angry at Mang0 and lashed out. Do you know how hard it is? How hard it is to, in the moment when you want everybody to have fun, to actually make a situation awkward? Have you been in a situation like that where you don't want to make everybody feel horrible and disgusting, and you have to accept that one drunken friend that's going too far and talk about it later? Same reason why a lot of people don't talk about being assaulted. For instance, I was assaulted. I got assaulted by a woman. But when I told people about my assault, you know what they said? Oh, as a woman, you should have felt good about it. Because there's a double standard with that. A little bit of a lore drop for you. I talked about it on the channel before. Who cares? Nobody really cares about it. It doesn't really matter, because when men talk about that stuff, it doesn't matter. And when women talk about it at the party of you, it's, oh, she's being uppity, she's being snarky, she's being annoying. This is stupid. Because people have their stupid opinions and their dumb little things, and I have my stupid little opinions, and I'm going to talk about them because I have a little platform for it. Ludwig Ogden, you have to do better. beforehand, not just after the fact, not upon being caught out. I am happy that you actually took affirmative action. That is outstanding. You did a great job with that. Good on you. But it's the fact of the matter that it had to happen afterwards and not during the actual happening of it. Maybe you were too drunk. I'm not quite sure. I've never drank in my life. I don't plan to. I just don't. But please, going forward, make it a note in your mind, in your mental, to actively do more. I am proud of you, but I am also disappointed. Please continue to make amazing content. You're one of my favorite content creators. Please do better.
I'm your Nick and night, be my Laurel. Happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. I love the ride when you